Hi friend, this is Sarah from My Home, Your Home, Our Home, and today's video is all about the Lovevery Play Gym. As a mom of two little boys, I heard a lot about this gym when I was pregnant with them, and I wanted to try it out. Today I'm going to give you a really honest review, mom's thoughts on this for different ages, pros and cons of it. Is the price really worth it? As a frugal mom, I had all of these questions, and I'm going to try to answer all of the questions that I wish were answered in today's video. So let's get going. Okay, the first question you probably have is, what is Lovevery? If you have been around the space of child development for any amount of time or kids' toys, Lovevery is a product that you've probably heard about. It's a company that designs their products and their toys based on children's developmental levels. And that includes this play gym. This play gym has a lot going for it, but it also has a really high price tag. You can find this play gym on Amazon for around $140 or from Lovevery's play site, I guess, their website, for the same price. You can also buy it on eBay, and here's the secret to buying it cheaper. I did not pay full price for this item. Instead, I bought it used, and it is in really good condition. Hopefully you can't see the dirt on it right now. I need to wash it, but it came with everything in the complete kit. So I would advise you, if price is something that holds you back from buying products like this, look on eBay. You can find really specific descriptions of what exactly is included and what the seller is selling. And if they have any defects on them, they'll often include that. You can also directly message the seller and ask questions, which is much better in my opinion than other services on other similar sites like Amazon, where people can sell their own things. You can actually talk directly with the seller and get your questions answered. So the price is really high, but there are ways around that, and I did not pay full price for this thing. Not to give away too much or to give a spoiler, but I would not have paid $140 for this. It is great, but I don't think that it is worth that much. I think that could be true of a lot of different play gyms, so I'm not saying that's unique to this play gym. I know there's a lot of developmental research that goes on behind it, and so I don't know how much that costs. I also know that this is kind of made abroad and brought into the country, so I don't know what exactly the manufacturing costs are, but just based on the features of it, I could have gotten similar playtime resources at a much cheaper price, but not this quality. And that's what I want to talk about next, is the quality of this item. So this is made with organic cotton material, which is really important if you want to go more naturally and want to avoid exposing your child to different pesticides or things that are used on crops that are not grown organically. It also has natural materials like some wood. Let me peel back this cover for you. It has real wood as part of the frame, and it has real wood and metal as part of the bell, and everything is really quality made. Things are attached well to the frame. There are lots of good secure straps like Velcro on the bottom, and it has really good research, like I mentioned before, backing it. So the quality of this piece is wonderful. Now, my next question when I was looking at this as a mom was, what about, like, how do kids play with it? Is it really entertaining? And it is. However, I have used a different play gym in the past that I will link in the description box below if you're looking for a much cheaper option. And that play gym was just as entertaining for my really small child as this one would be for a small child. However, I did notice that this one grows with your child much more than the other one I used. And I had used, I believe it was called the Safari Play Gym. It will be in the description box below, but it is a good play gym if you're looking for a cheaper option. That one I think is around $25. So if you're really on a tight budget and you still want some kind of play gym that you buy to put your child on to entertain them, that's a really good option, and I would recommend it highly. This one, however, is, like I said, made with more quality materials. It has research backing it, which probably a lot of play gyms do, but maybe not as detailed for the parent as this play gym. Like I said, this one seems to grow more with my children. I have two boys, and One, when we bought this, was around 6-7 months old, and the other one was over 2 years old. And they both love this. They both love to play with this, and they haven't stopped. The other play gyms I've seen usually stop around 1 year old, or when your child starts crawling. There's not much you can do with a play gym after that. However, this one is also transformable into a tent, and that's what my boys play with it most often as. And they will go inside, they'll play hide and seek with each other. They also still like to ring the bell in this toy, and they like to play with the mirrors, which are on the back here, and I will show you in just a minute. So there are a lot of features to this that are great. Developmentally wise, the one thing that I have thought about with planning to use this with other children in our family is some of the risk factors. With older children and them being used to this play gym being a tent, I have noticed that they like to jump on it. So when we do have other children, I will keep that part off so that they do not jump on it. I do like that it offers different toys that are secured on here, will not get lost, for my older kids to play with our younger kid or kids, so that it's right there with them. They feel like they can interact with the baby and do that really easily with approved toys, so that they don't have to bring other toys in that are choking hazards. That is really nice for older siblings to play with younger siblings. This play gym has traveled with us from the USA to Brazil, and I plan on taking it with us other places as well. If it fits in our luggage. It's not the lightest weight thing, but it's also not super heavy. So if you do live internationally like we do, you can pack it rather easily. It does fit because it disassembles and you can lay it into your bag. There is a book of tips for parents on how you can play with your child with this play gym. And that is actually really valuable if you don't want to do a lot of research yourself and look up to a lot of different sources for what you should be doing with your child at different stages. The tip book puts it all together for you. I did find that a lot of the details in that book were also available in many other places. So it wasn't like I learned a lot of new things. However, they did give some games or activities you could do with your child with the play gym that maybe I wouldn't have thought of just with the gym itself. There are a lot of different textures and sounds on this play gym, and there are no electronic parts, which is also something really attractive. Because with electronic parts, you have to, of course, have batteries or be changing a lot of batteries. That's an extra cost added to your initial purchase. But also, electronics are not great for babies' attentions, their development, and a lot of other things that research studies have shown. But one of my favorite things about this, besides it being organic cotton, is that it is completely washable. So when I bought this used, I did not worry about the germs from the people before. Instead, I simply took it apart and threw it in the wash, and everything came out beautifully. I need to wash it again because where we live is pretty dusty, and my boys also get their dirty mouths all over everything. But it's nice that it's so easily washable, and yet it is real natural materials. I just want to note that this actually is not very colorful in itself, and that's one reason why I like it so much too, is because the aesthetic quality of it is really good. It fits with a lot of different decor styles, so it's not overwhelming like a lot of other baby play gyms are that are super colorful. Your child can feel overwhelmed, overstimulated, and then not sleep well or get agitated. So actually, developmentally, this is super well researched. So this being all natural, organic materials, research backed, and also transformable into a toy that older kids can also play with, makes me really like it. If you can get it at a cheaper price, I will show you a few pieces from it up close so that you can see more for yourself what this product does offer. And also just give a few more of my thoughts on specific parts of the product. The frame itself is really sturdy. It's also easy to put together. This is like a clamp on the top and the bottom, and it has a screw that goes through there that is covered, so it's completely safe. The only thing is when you attach the tent, it's a little bit tricky because you should, to make the tent secure, detach this part, unscrew it, and then put the tent inside where the screw is, between the screw and this part of the frame. It's a little bit hard to keep everything together, and so that's a design thing that I wish was a little bit different about this. There are clips throughout the frame for attaching cards that I'll show you in a minute. The Lovevery Play Gym comes with 3 different pieces that are attachable to the top of the frame with these strings. And these are not really hazards for the baby because you can't really reach up and get yourself tangled in them. They're not long enough. So this whole thing is not, it seems like it's very hazard free and really baby friendly. You can cut off tags that are on things if you prefer not to, but tags are also fun for babies to play with. And I love this rattle. My sons love it too. It moves back and forth like this. You can play with it like a castanet kind of. And it also has a bell inside and it swings back and forth. And my sons, when they go into it now, they just love to touch on this thing and make the noise. This one is a little bit, it just makes a sound, and it's also fun for babies to chew on. When we got it, my son was kind of past the stage of liking to do that kind of thing. So this one has been the least played with after 6 months for our baby, but probably before that age it would be. And you can detach these if you like and just hand them to your child singly so that he can carry them around or use them for a game like they have in their book. Now there are some hidden surprises within this play gym. It might not look like it has a lot on the surface, but there are a few things that are just secret surprises that kids love to find. So there are actually little squeaky buttons, for lack of a better word, in here. And there are 2 of them, and there's also a crunchy papery sound here and 2 different layers. And another hidden thing, forgive all the dirt that's on here right now, is this, which is a teething ring. It also could be used, I guess, to attach like lots of links to and attach other toys to, but it goes in and out from this pocket here. I believe they do call this a 6-station play gym, and so this would be probably the 3rd station, but it has a fuzzy chenille type of cloth here on one side, and then lots of different textures and colors. This is the one station my boys have not played with. I don't know exactly why or what age this is used for. I think it's probably within the first few months. Just the textures and things, my boys haven't really found it very interesting. Now all of these PlayStation parts are actually foldable into the PlayStation itself. So if you don't want to have them exposed to your child, you can put them underneath the fold, and then when you're ready to play with them, fold them out if you're working on attention. It does have a tab so that you know exactly what each one is for and the name, so that you can find that part easily in the book. So when you want to play with these parts, you pull each part out, and this one is a color one. It has, again, the watercolor dots here, and then it has the colors of the rainbow. My older son actually loves to play with these now because he can name some of the colors. So this is a part that actually grows a lot with your child. For the tent, it's super easy to put on, and it has Velcro straps. So for the back leg, you put the Velcro strap, and you can actually put it through this part in the leg, just like the mat goes through there, and the Velcro strap attaches it securely there. And then you fold it over, and it has a little piece here in the back that can go under the foot. I don't know if you can see that very well here, but it has like a little piece that you can put under the foot so that it's actually also tied by the weight, anchored by the weight down there. And then you put the rest over the top. And here's the hole at the top where you would put this peg through and screw it in. Now this is the really cool part that I have found my boys really liked at the beginning and have still enjoyed. They like these cards that come with the play gym. If you do want to wash the play gym, you have to take these out so you don't ruin them. But these are great, and there are lots of tips in the book for how to use them. There are mirrors, and there are 2 of them, which is nice because then you can actually lay one on each side of your child, or lay one down so they can see their face this way, and then one on the side so they see themselves from different angles, which I've heard from elementary teachers is wonderful for your kids. Development of a sense of self and image, like depth perception and all those kinds of things. These cards are objects, and there are actually just a few of them. There aren't as many as I kind of wish there would be, but they're easily made also, and you can probably find some offered online. And there are also faces. And one thing I love about this play gym is how inclusive it is in the pictures. But there are basically two picture cards and faces to recognize emotions and faces and body parts, and then two objects, a dog and a ball. These cards make it really great for talking bilingually with your child, which my family is doing. And so if you are a bilingual family, this play gym is probably really good for your family. It's a good fit for your family because it does have the open pockets that you can insert other cards into. You can also customize it to include words later on if you would like for your child as he's sitting in the tent, if you want to show him different words at an older age, then you could do that. Or if you just want to show different vocabulary than is included in this kit, you could easily make these cards. I might actually be making some in the future for my sons to use more with this play gym, and if so, I will offer those to you for free on my website, and I'll include the link below in the description box as well. Okay, I'm just going to show you a little bit of the tip book, playbook that Lovevery offers with this play gym. Okay, this is held together with just a ring, so it is easily flippable, and it is made with sturdy paper, so I haven't had my sons tear anything out of it, and they do have access to this, so it stayed in really good condition. It is divided into weeks and months, and there is like a tab for everything. I like that it does have images on one side. It tells you how to do it and why you do it, and that's really nice to know. It gives you multiple activities for each stage, usually with similar parts of the play gym. For the older ages, it gets more into possibly some things that you could do more like games with the babies. Very good for families to develop language and interaction, which is important to language development. That is my really honest and in-depth review of all the questions I had about this Lovevery Play Gym. If you have questions, I would love to answer them, so leave them in the comments below. Great to have you with me today, and I will see you in my next video. Ciao!